Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here, and warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. It's fantastic to have you here, and it's always amazing. I don't know, I think you are also able to see my colleague's blank image also here. I'm not sure why. Are you able to hear me out, and are you able to see the screen properly, or are you seeing two different videos being there? I would ask my colleague Preeti if you can please leave and rejoin and make it as Waves Preeti so that everyone knows it's you, and it's fantastic. तो बहुत मूवमेंट है. रोहित वर्मा, ग्रेट टू हैव यू आल्सो हियर. परवेज, प्रेमल, जय कपाड़िया, इट्स ग्लैड. दो विंडो दिख रहा है. प्रीति, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज लीव फ्रॉम द Zoom and rejoin it again. Kindly do that. And because everyone is able to see two windows, but they are not able to see you. They are able to see just that you are on the cam, but they are not able to see your camera on. So it's going to be simply super. We are going to look at it. Nilesh Pawar, Saurabh Navarkar, it's pleasure to have you all here. और मार्केट का विंडो कैसा है? मार्केट का विंडो नहीं, मार्केट का मूवमेंट कैसा है? मार्केट का मूवमेंट बहुत ही वोलेटाइल है, आप देख रहे हो, और बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग मूवमेंट आया है. 25,000 के लेवल के नीचे निफ्टी वेंट डाउन साइड, एंड यहाँ पर बहुत बार हमने देखा कि वोलेटिलिटी के कारण लोगों के स्टॉप लॉस ट्रिगर हो रहे हैं. लेकिन ऐसे में कैसे ट्रेड करना है, क्या देखना है मार्केट्स में, निफ्टी का क्या ट्रेंड लग रहा है? मैं बहुत क्विकली एक पोल ले रहा हूं दोस्तों आप लोगों के लिए, एंड आई एम आस्किंग यू, डू यू थिंक व्हाट इज द ट्रेंड फॉर निफ्टी इन द कमिंग वीक? दिस इज द पोल दैट आई एम टेकिंग, एंड यहाँ पर आप पोल में पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हो. एंड पीपल हु आर देयर ऑन यूट्यूब, ensure that you are joining me on the Zoom platform. And यहाँ पर आप यहाँ Zoom पे अगर आप ज्वाइन करोगे तो you can join on the Zoom platform and you can then participate in the polling that I am taking. So Zoom की लिंक मैं शेयर कर देता हूँ आप लोगों के साथ में बहुत ही क्विकली. यहाँ पर Zoom लिंक है, आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो यहाँ पर. एंड प्रोड्यूसर साहब प्लीज आप भी लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए जो मैंने शेयर की है अभी यूट्यूब पे. आई वांट समवन टू बी मैनेजिंग ऑन द यूट्यूब द कमेंट्स दैट आर देयर. एंड यहाँ पर आई एम गोइंग टू मूव ऑन फर्दर देखने के लिए कि कैसे मार्केट्स में हमें मूवमेंट देखना है. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकेंड and I'm going to share my screen here, and I want to ask you if you are able to see the chart. I think just 1 second, I'm opening up my screen and I'm going to show you a very interesting chart of Nifty. Right from here, I'm going to talk about something that's happening with India and China that majority of the users are talking about. And kya ho raha hai? Is it, what is happening with India? Why is India crashing? Why it's only India crashing is what my question is. Why it's not the world markets crashing? Why it's only India that is going down? हैंगसेंग ऊपर है, सिंगापुर इंडेक्स ऊपर है, फुटसी साइडवेज है, डाउ जोन्स में कुछ नहीं हुआ यूएस में, डैक्स जर्मन मार्केट is not happening much, but Indian markets have corrected by more than 4% in just past 3 days of time. And what changed suddenly? What happened suddenly? And I'm going to talk about what is the change and what has happened, and how it is going to work out. So यहाँ पर यस प्रीति, यू कैन प्लीज लीव एंड रीजॉइन, बिकॉज मुझे आपका विंडो दिख रहा है और मैं शेयर नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. तो यू कैन लीव एंड रीजॉइन राइट नाउ. एंड आप यूट्यूब पे भी देख सकते हैं. सो यू कैन डू दैट. ओके, फैंटास्टिक. नाउ आई एम एबल टू सी माई सेल्फ. इट्स फैंटास्टिक. एंड यहाँ पर मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा हूँ आप लोगों के से. ये पोल एंड कर रहा हूँ. ओके, द पोल इज एंड इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पोल. आंसर है 50-50% is what I can see here, as 50% are expecting markets to go up and 50% are expecting markets to come on the downside. That's a very interesting figure. Doji bana hai, and that's a very interesting one. And we are going to look at where is this fall going to halt. Is it going to halt here? Is it going to sustain beyond? What is the wave theory suggesting? Is the wave theory failing? Is the alternative count picking up? What is time cycle suggesting? And what is happening with India and China, the talk going on? Is it the war? Is it the crude oil? Or is it the India-China relationship with respect to the stock market? Actually, हो क्या रहा है? Bottom line क्या है? वो मैं आपके सामने चार्ट्स के साथ, फैक्ट के साथ पेश करने वाला हूं यहाँ पर. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'm going to stop the sharing here. It's fantastic to see that there is a doji. Despite of the sell-off, people are optimistic, but what are the charts suggesting? So I'm going to go on the chart here and I'm going to share across my screen very, very quickly. And I'm going to show you something very phenomenal and very interesting. बहुत ही quickly यहाँ पर मेरा screen अगर आप लोग देख पा रहे हैं या नहीं, let me just do that. And यहाँ पर है Nifty का chart. Are you able to see the screen here, every one of you? Gold is on the roof. Of course, gold का 55 cycle हो चुका था, तो gold has to be there. तो शुरुआत करते हैं सिंपल वे से, वेरी इजी वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट व्हाट्स हैपनिंग अराउंड. ठीक है, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग अराउंड. इफ यू आर एबल टू सी द स्क्रीन हियर, आई एम गोइंग टू हाइड अक्रॉस एवरीथिंग. फर्स्ट थिंग फर्स्ट, एज आई कीप टीचिंग माय मेंटीज आल्सो, सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है, एक ही चीज आपको ऑब्जर्व करनी है, सिंपल वे से देखना है कि क्या निफ्टी का 3 कैंडलस्टिक रूल के हिसाब से ट्रेंड क्या है. इफ आई लुक एट द वीकली चार्ट नाउ, okay, if I'm looking at the weekly chart, can I say the weekly trend has reversed on the downside, which started from this candle? Can I say that, every one of you? Are you here with me? Okay, can I say the weekly trend has reversed on the downside? Fantastic. So the weekly bias has turned bearish as of now. Can I also say this has happened with the Amavasya? We got a closing bearish yesterday. We continued the selling today, which means post. So 2nd of October was Amavasya. And post that, with the start of Navratra, we can see there is a sell-off, which means there is change in seasonality. There is change in the market behavior. There is change in the market mood with respect to the lunar cycle. Instead of rallying, now we have started falling, which means something has changed for sure. Okay. Now, if I go on the daily time frame chart, can I say that over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days consecutive, there is not a single close which has happened above the prior candle high? Okay. If I look at the hourly chart, okay, if I look at 1 hour time frame chart, and you can clearly see even on 1 hour time frame, what was most interesting, which I also tweeted. If you are following me on Twitter, guys, if not, Twitter link share kar dijiye. Do follow me on Twitter. We have seen the sell-off which happened here all the way, and this was the first candle which managed to close above the prior candle high. That was the time where short-term intraday positivity was expected. Okay, short-term intraday positivity was expected, and we can see that happening over here. And मैंने ट्वीट किया था, my target was 25,480 levels. 25,480 अगर आपने ट्विटर फॉलो किया था, 25,485 का हाई बनाया निफ्टी ने, एंड यू कैन क्लियरली सी दैट. वहां से एक और ट्वीट था उसके उसी मैसेज में, if below 25,170 taken out, again a sell-off. 25,170 was broken and the sell-off continued, and it worked out brilliantly on both sides for intraday. Positional perspective से फिलहाल market sell on rise पे, given this fact. Now I'm going to add one more chart here, and I'm going to go to a blank slate, blank chart, and I'm going to show you something very, very interesting, which is about, okay, where is my blank chart gone? I want to just open that blank chart and show you something phenomenal with respect to China. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पर जाता हूँ दोस्तों, एंड सारे लोग चाइना की बात करें, if I look at Hang Seng is Hong Kong market, which tracks majority of it. When I was working with hedge funds, we used to track all of the stocks of China in Hong Kong because Hang Seng is more reliable than Shanghai. So that's what we used to do. And if I look at HSI, I want index, which is Hong Kong index, which closely tracks the Chinese market. It shows a very, very interesting figure. Okay, this is Hong Kong, and I'm going to make it also like a candle. Okay, now if you look at, let's do one thing, let's put it across on a different pane, जिससे पता चले कि exactly हो क्या रहा है. And I'm going to also put it across with respect to candlestick. वर्ल्ड में एक चीज याद रखना, okay? Remember one thing. There is a concept which is known as velocity of money, okay? And money, जैसे money never reduces. It just moves from one place to another, okay? In terms of, because the global central bank is on the mode of printing unprecedented amount of greenbacks, whatever you call it, dollars or rupees or everything. They keep printing it. It's always expanding. It's never reducing, which means money just flows from one place to another. Either it flows into bonds, or money will flow into equities, or it will flow into developed markets, or it flows from developed to developing markets. It just flows around to gold, crypto. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाता है. बॉटम लाइन वो है. Now, when I see this chart, can I make a very interesting scenario? Are you able to see this chart, every one of you? If you are seeing this chart, it's very interesting to see that money was flowing into Indian markets all the way post the election, when the markets were rallying, and it was moving out of China or Hang Seng. Okay, very, very clearly. Now, what has happened from the top here? In between, there was the Chinese market went sideways. This is not Chinese. This is Hong Kong, which has some international stocks also. But it went sideways, and we continue to get the cream of the rally. Suddenly, what happened is, we can see, थोड़ा सा better बना देता हूं मैं यहाँ पर. We can see that now, if you look at it, we have been falling sharply on the downside, and Hang Seng has been rallying classic on the upside. A very classic mirror image. ये दो चार्ट को अगर आप अभी देखोगे तो लगेगा यार मिरर है, बीच में मिरर रखा है, इसका exactly उल्टा हो रहा है. Which means that money is moving out for sure from India. FI selling figures था 3,500 crore कल का, is definitely moving out of India and is moving into Hong Kong, Hang Seng. Shanghai भी डाल देता हूं मैं यहाँ पे. Shanghai बंद था ये वीक में because of the holiday. But if I add Shanghai also here, you are going to see something very, very brilliant. कि where is the money moving is what I want to know. So Shanghai composite में यहाँ डालता हूँ दोस्तों. Where is Shanghai composite gone? The code is going to be 000001. And I want it to be on a newer page. Oh, I want to add it on a new page. And I want to see the candle of this. और Shanghai composite तो फिलहाल के लिए बंद है. तो ये जो Shanghai का आप चार्ट देख रहे हो दोस्तों, ओके, फिलहाल बंद है, इसलिए यू आर नॉट एबल टू सी द लेटेस्ट वन. एंड दिस इज एज ऑफ 30th September. ओके, 30th September को Shanghai index was up by 8% and went on a holiday for a week. Now, once it opens again next week, it's going to result into another explosion on the upside, because people are waiting to put money there. So whoever is talking fundamentals, if you look at the chart, you can understand money is definitely moving out and getting into Hang Seng, China, and that's what we can clearly see. So this is one simple way of understanding where is the money flowing. So if you can buy Chinese, there are Chinese mutual funds. I'm not sure if any specific mutual fund. Are there people from mutual fund community here? Can you tell me the name of a fund which invests into China? I want to park some of my money in India from India to China. That's what is happening. So money is flowing out of India and into China. Nifty and Shanghai charts clearly shows, okay, clearly shows money is flowing out of India and into China. Now, whatever the world fund manager says, okay, you have to see this to believe it. Okay, you have to see this to believe it. Whatever they say that we are risk averse, we don't believe into China right now, it's too soon to conclude that. What are the charts suggesting here? Charts are suggesting something different. Manish Vyas has mentioned about Mirai asset. Producers, please make a note of this. Mirai asset has China ETF. Hang Seng Bees is there. Kaushik has already bought Hang Seng Bees. Kaushik, क्या बात है यार, आपने कहाँ से पकड़ लिया उसे? एडलवाइस चाइना फंड Hang Seng Bees ये अवेलेबल है, तो ये प्लीज नोट कर लीजिए, बिकॉज हम भी देख सकते हैं कि कैसे हम डाइवर्सिफाई करें इंडिया रिस्क को. That does not mean I am giving up on my India bull story and the mother of bull markets. That time frame is for long term. Okay, I'm not giving up on that story. The mother of bull market is here, but short term में risk switch करने में कोई problem थोड़ी है. Short term can be around 3 months time. You know, I'm okay to take that chance. And 3 months के correction पे, if I'm doing that, that's fair. That's absolutely okay. So understand the way the markets are working right now. And if you look at this along with the other developed economies, you can look at MSCI index. आप MSCI index देख सकते हो, emerging markets देख सकते हो. But I'm not sure if the current audience of mine is really liking this or not, because this is something which I used to do in hedge fund when I used to work there, but I'm not sure if you people are okay with it. या खाली निफ्टी पे बात करें. So यहाँ पर चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. I'm going to talk about Nifty. I thought it's important to know what's happening around, what changed, and accordingly we need to figure out how to manage it. So if you're looking at it, another interesting story I'm going to share across, which is with respect to India. Why I'm still not giving up on India. Even over 3 months period, I'm not giving it up. The reason being is this. I'm going to put an indicator, RSI. I'm sure everyone uses and looks at RSI as an indicator. So guys, I'm going to make it very clear. I'm bearish as of now. मेरा CNBC interview था just about an hour back, अगर आपने सुना होगा. Given that हम 25,000 के आसपास है, it's an important level, and we might want to flirt around 25,000. And if we break the level of 24,980, we will sell off further. 24,980 का लेवल CNBC पे दिया मैंने 235 को. निफ्टी का लो बना है अभी तक, अगर आप देखोगे 24,960, 624, 980 का लेवल. So which means it is still breaking below the support levels. Okay, so these are corrections, but very interesting. One thing that I am still figuring out is every single time when index has topped out, there has been a divergence in India. Whenever index has topped out in India, there was a divergence. If I look at this, there was a clear-cut divergence that we can see here. Can you see that divergence, or is it only me? RSI formed, mentees, are you here, the Bramhastra participants? A clear-cut divergence before the correction started. Okay, we can clearly see that. We can see the divergence again here, and the correction happened. We can clearly see that from this point to this point. We can clearly see that series of divergence before the election, series of divergence before the election, series of divergence, and the crash happened. This time, it's a very different story. This time, for the first time, I'm not seeing that divergence. So I am still thinking there is going to be one way or the other. See, there is no divergence. The momentum was fantastic. And suddenly something changed. And this change came out coincidentally with the SEBI step. Now, that's a coincidence that they came out with exchanges. What's interesting also, guys, यार एक्सचेंज के ऊपर कर्व लगाया कि एक एक्सपायरी होना चाहिए, तो बीएससी के स्टॉक के साथ क्या होना चाहिए था आपके हिसाब से? If there is a curve in which how much retailers can trade, what will happen to the profitability of the brokers and the profitability of the exchange? उनके साथ क्या होगा? कम होना चाहिए, राइट? बीएससी का स्टॉक अगले दिन 8% ऊपर था, आपको पता है? एंजल वन का स्टॉक अगले दिन 5% ऊपर था. ऐसा क्यों? सो इंटरेस्टिंग है. मार्केट से भाव भगवान से, मार्केट का जो मूड है वो करेगा. हम तो खाली सोच के डिस्कस कर सकते कि यार ऐसा क्यों हो गया, ऐसा क्या हो गया कि सडनली इतना सेलिंग. सो इफ यू लुकिंग एट दिस, देयर इज स्टिल not a single divergence that I am seeing on the indicator, which means this fall is not a start of a bigger correction. In my opinion, this fall can be wave 2x. That's what I am making out. But over short term, we are still falling. So do not try to catch a falling knife unless we see break above the hurdle level, we see break above the resistance level. So if, and this one chart explains it all, why it is still not a medium term sell-off. It is still a short-term sell-off is what I am saying. So if you're looking at it, Nifty on daily time frame is still has still not showed a negative divergence, okay, and has managed to reverse. मतलब ये बहुत ही tricky है, which means that the medium term trend is still intact, but short term there is sell-off. So there is a conflict. Clearly, are you with me? There is a conflict. Now let me go back to the wave pattern that we want to check. Now with this thing, we are seeing this happening. Now we want to check what's happening with wave pattern. I'll be very honest with you. SEBI don't have to take much step for them to protect retailers. Once the market corrects sharply, the majority of the retailers will anyways be out. क्योंकि उनका time frame क्या है, वो usually what happens is people who are not willing to invest in themselves in terms of learning, in terms of seeing the markets, in terms of analyzing it, in terms of understanding the risk. जो market में overnight double करने आता है, market punishes them today or tomorrow. That's going to happen because they will realize it is not a money-making machine. It's a systematic way in which the financial market works. और ये systematic way को समझने के लिए you can use the concepts of technicals. And if you understand these concepts of technicals, you can manage your risk. If you manage your risk, you will make money. ये पूरा साइंस होता है जो मार्केट में चलता है. बट बहुत कम जन है जो इस साइंस को फॉलो करना चाहते हैं. वो मार्केट में जीरो हीरो वाला गेम खेलना चाहते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाट लीड्स इनटू अ डिजास्टर मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. I know I can be against many of the people who are playing zero to hero वाला गेम. मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ जीरो हीरो खेलना है दोस्तों, प्रॉफिट से खेलना है, कैपिटल से नहीं. ओके, इफ यू हैव अ कुशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट, बैट इट ऑन द जीरो हीरो वाला गेम. ओके, और रेदर बैट इट इन अ कैसीनो. डोंट गैम्बल हियर. ओके, दिस इज अ वंडरफुल वे इन विच सिस्टमैटिक वे मार्केट मूव्स. चलो, इनफ ऑफ ज्ञान. लेट मी गो बैक टू चार्ट. When I go back to chart and I'm looking at this chart right now, I can clearly see this is the support trend line, which is now breached on the downside. Okay, which is now breached on the downside, which indicates that there is some kind of a danger. Now I'm going to remove RSI. मेरा वर्क हो गया RSI पे. देखिए कि यार ये फॉल जो है, इसके बाद एक पुल बैक आएगा. वो पुल बैक कितना आएगा वो देखेंगे. Now if I go to an hourly chart and I want to see what's happening around, when I'm looking at an hourly chart here, I can clearly see the fall which happened on the downside has now retraced the last rising segment, which was this one, in faster time, which is the concept of Neowave. Guys, are there people from Sutra Waves, Trishul or Bramhastra here? Tomorrow and day after, 2 दिन का सेशन है दोस्तों. Neowave को आपका अपना होमवर्क करना है. Elliott Wave पढ़ के आना है. Elliott Wave का वीडियो लिंक्स मैंने दिया है, वो पढ़ के आना. तो इसमें ये कॉन्सेप्ट काम आएगा. Which means I can see Jayant, Vipul, everyone, Nilesh are here. रीटेस्ट किया, मेरा टारगेट आ गया जो ट्वीट किया था, एंड इट रिवर्स्ड बैक ऑन डाउनसाइड. फैंटास्टिक डेविएशन. सो आई कैन सी 2 स्टेज रिट्रेसमेंट हो चुका है, व्हिच मींस समथिंग व्हिच स्टार्टेड इज ओवर एट द हाइज. दैट्स व्हाट आई कैन मेक आउट. ओके, दैट्स व्हाट आई कैन सी. समथिंग दैट स्टार्टेड इज ओवर नाउ. माय वेव काउंट इज व्हाट? My wave count, if I'm looking at this chart, let me go back to the wave count and understand 2 possible scenarios as of now. Okay, there are 2 scenarios, and next one day is going to confirm me which scenario to pick up. If I'm looking at this, the move, and people on YouTube, you can ensure to put comment there on the chat. और नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो आप सब्सक्राइब करो, चैनल को लाइक करो और जूम पे ज्वाइन करो. जूम का लिंक प्लीज शेयर कर दीजिए वहां पे. And I'm going to the wave count, but before that I forgot यार, YouTube लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए सबके साथ. so that they are able to join me on the group. ये सारी information miss out now. QR code I'm going to share across. Is there a QR code? People can join me on WhatsApp group. If okay, WhatsApp group का link दे दीजिए सबको. And if they are not able to join, I'm just checking if there is a QR code with me. Okay, I'm not sure. Is there a QR code? हिंदी में बताता हूँ मैं. लिंक सबके साथ शेयर हो गया प्लीज. Where is the QR code gone? Oh, not there. But you can find that link later on in the description also. I don't want to spend my time here just to ensure that you are able to join me. Okay, you have joined the WhatsApp group, guys? Everyone? Sahil Sharma is here. He's saying, sir, I've been following you since 14 years and learned a lot from your courses. Your teaching style and honesty is clearly amazing. It changed my trading style from last 2 days webinar. I'm sure tomorrow and day after will be awesome. And fantastic. That's amazing. So यहाँ पर अगर आप चेक कर पा रहे हो, मेरा वेव काउंट क्या है, मैं आपको बहुत ही क्विकली बता देता हूँ. This was the rise from the election low. So something is very interesting here, which I want to show you. Oh wow, ये चल नहीं रहा. So from the entire rise, something has changed for sure because this is the biggest fall. कैसे पता करते कि biggest fall है कि नहीं है, वो पता करते पहले. ये वाला जो fall है, this was the fall which happened in terms of percentage and points. So if I check in terms of percentage and points, this fall was approximately 4.76% and 1200 points. Okay. And this fall, which we are seeing currently, is approximately 4.95% and 1300 points. So I can say that the fall which has happened now is bigger than the fall which happened in this scenario, which means something has changed. This fall is bigger than the prior fall, which means that my scenario of wave count now should be something like wave A, which happened here. It's working. It's in a slow mode, not like markets, I think. We have wave B, which was here. The entire rise looks to be having wave C. This fall looks to be completing wave D. This rise looks to be form of wave E. This fall was wave F. And this fall wave G. Now, this is the pattern that I'm currently looking at, given the fact that we have now breached below the DF trend line in faster time. Okay, this is a two-stage confirmation method. ये fall अगर यहाँ पर arrest हो जाता, then I would have been okay to refer this as X and rise as A and B. But given this fact, I know this has now changed. This scenario has now changed. Now, with this scenario in mind, does it mean I have to short now? No, yeah. You have to look at the smaller intraday counts for that. And कहाँ पर ये arrest होगा? ये fall कहाँ पर रुकेगा? If I take a retracement of this, okay, we are right now standing at, I'm going to share across, we are right now standing at the 23.6% level and 24,350 is the level. Okay, that's where I think we should first halt. Given that we do not break back about 25,361 on Monday. Monday opening hour is going to be very crucial because if we break back about 25,361, which is the GAN level, it will indicate a bottoming kind of a scenario. It will indicate a sideways action. Classic opportunity for option trader. Are there people from options, Mantra and Trishul? If that happens, you need to start selling strangle. 25,361 के ऊपर गया, strangle बेचो, far away strike price. Low के नीचे break किया, 24,970, keep riding it by selling call options aggressively. और अगर 25,600 break किया, which means aggressive B wave शुरू हो चुका है ऊपर की ओर. So I have my entire blueprint ready. So what wave theory does is Neowave provides me with the blueprint of the market prepares me for every single scenario, and I can trade the blueprint. My wave counts can change because of the price action. Does not mean I'm wrong. If my wave counts had changed, I only accommodate basis of the newer information how to trade now. Okay, because I don't fight the trend. I'm okay with it. Okay, I can be a super bullish guy 2 days back and I am bearish now because short term something changed. And that's how flexible you should be. If you're not flexible, you keep fighting. No, this is how market should move. Market will punish you. Don't fight the trend. Bhao Bhagwan che, respect it. It's saying something, change your patterns. Look at it again. Look at it with a fresh eye. It's okay to be wrong. And I accept it. I was expecting that this G to be complete here. This was an X wave. This rises wave A and this is B. So my alternate scenario now has become what? If we see a very super reversal, amazing reversal, then I play with the alternate scenario, which is the rise here completed the G. This is my alternate possibility. The fall was only X. This was A. We complete B and we go back on C. But the steepness of the fall is what concerns me. The steepness of the fall is what concerns me. So I am now going to be playing by the mood of the market, not by my mood. If tomorrow the mood of the market is back about 25,361, I create strangles, brilliant money to be made. If 24,970 broken, I keep rolling over my short positions on the downside. If Nifty breaches 25,361, I start looking for buying opportunities for bottom fishing. So I have this scenario ready. And this is a wave count. I can do that with high conviction without much of a stress. This is on 1 hour time frame chart. Okay, so I'm going to remove the alternate count for many of you who wanted to know कि क्या alternate count है, क्या wave count चलता है, यार नहीं चलता है तो इतने साल से for a decade I'm practicing it. I should have given it up. I don't care whether it's wave theory or it's simple RSI or it's simple time cycle. It works for me and I use it. So if you're looking at this chart, Vladimir Putin, I look at Putin. Is it Madhav? I got that compliment. I am taking that as a compliment, by the way. So Nifty diametric pattern looks to be complete on the top. If you're looking at it, diametric pattern is complete at the top and the fall can be wave X given that there is no negative divergence yet on daily time frame. Okay, below above, so 25,361 is key hurdle and below 24,970 sell off continues till the retracement of 24,450. क्या level था? 24,400 levels. I'm just documenting it. Levels. That's Nifty diametric. Do you want to see Nifty on a 15-minute chart or are you bored? I'm in a mood to explain you. I'm in a mood to teach. क्योंकि कल परसों के लिए मैं मैराथन रन करना है मुझे for 2 days. For 6 hours, I'm speaking on Sutra ways tomorrow and day after. And it's going to be a marathon for me. And also for you who are with me. Because if I'm in a race, I'm not going to be alone. I want it to be along with everyone. Because that's where the fun is, right? Because when you're racing alone, there is no question of moving together. When you're racing with everyone, you move together with everyone. You take everyone together. And then it does not matter whether you win or lose. At least you have the luxury of people who have learned from you together with you. So people ask me, sir, what is success for you? I said, I have achieved what I want to achieve in life. I am trading successfully and I'm extremely happy about what I am doing. I'm a passionate trader. And my success is going to be when my mentee, whoever it can be, makes more money than I make and becomes one of the finest trader that the world has seen. That's going to be a success for me because I can say, boss, that's the guy who has been a part of our Gurukul and he is there. That's success, right? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let me come back to the chart. No more philosophy. And I'm going to be on a 15-minute chart. And I'm an honest person. I don't care what everyone thinks. I do what market tells me to do. And I just share my charts across with each one of you. So if you are looking at this chart, Now I'm going to ask my past participants of Neowave. Okay, I'm sure you will understand it. Did I get the confirmation of the fall here, which was wave A? From here, this is fall, which is wave A. Wave B has taken lesser time than wave A. Okay, wave B has taken lesser time than wave A in the fall. Which pattern moves up? Basis of Neowave I'm asking. अगर वेव बी ने वेव ए से कम टाइम लिया है, कौन सा पैटर्न उभर कर आता है? Diametric. Fantastic. Because zigzag flat requires wave B to take more time than A, which means it has to be diametric. There is no other possibility. Okay, it has to be diametric, which means the fall was A, B is done. Can I say C is done here? Do you agree with me? C is done clearly. Okay, can I say this rise was nothing but wave D? This rise was nothing but wave D. So I was betting on wave D in the morning. And then as soon as this low was broken out, can I say got a confirmation that wave E has started? So can I say we are currently in wave E? Can I say we are in wave E? What is the tendency of wave E? Guideline, not the rule. What is the guideline? The guideline is wave E tend towards equality with C. Tend towards. यार कल अगर निफ्टी 25,361 आ जाएगा ना, तो मुझे गाली मत देना, बोलना आप तो बोल रहे थे कि यहाँ से ई लेग नीचे आना चाहिए. नहीं यार, I'm okay. I'm still making money because if it comes there, I'll make more money. Strangle में मालूम है मार्जिन और कम हो जाता है. So I'm happy if it comes up and if I go wrong. So it completely depends. C, E is tending towards equality with C. Fantastic, Hiren, Mithul. Absolutely. So इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? यहां पर मैं आऊंगा, फी एक्सटेंशन लूंगा. I measure this extension of C on the downside. I measure it from the D. And मेरा target आ जाता है 24,760. So my target becomes 24,760 on the downside basis of this extension. Assuming E is going to be equality with C. ये rule नहीं है, guideline है. Guideline मतलब can be breached. So 24,760 पे E आएगा. So यहां से थोड़ा नीचे possible है, E आ सकता है, लेकिन oversold है. अगर निफ्टी ओवरसोल्ड है लेकिन मुझे सेल करना है, तो क्या करना होगा बोलो त्रिशूल वाले लोग? कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट टू डू? ओवरसोल्ड है, रिस्क रिवॉर्ड नहीं बैठ रहा है यार, लेकिन बेचना तो है, तो क्या करे? बेयर पुट स्प्रेड, कॉल बेच दो ना, या सेल ऑन राइज करो. पुट नहीं बेचना है भाई, पुट नहीं बेचना है. एबीसीडी, ई नीचे आएगा अराउंड दिस लेवल, दैट्स द एक्सपेक्टेशन. अगर आया तो फिर क्या होगा? एफ, which is going to mimic B in terms of time. And फिर आएगा हमारा wave G. So this becomes my blueprint of the market looking at a 15 minutes chart. Is it clear? क्या blueprint बना? Basis of the blueprint, am I going to be blindfolded and Nifty rally हो रहा है और मैं बोलूंगा blueprint ready है तो market ऐसे ही करना चाहिए? नहीं. I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to have both the scenarios ready in terms of understanding how do I make money in this kind of a market then. Are you with me? So in terms of blueprint is ready. Now I want to trade. How to trade? I combine price action, I combine KST, volume profile, open interest profile जो हमने त्रिशूल के पहले पार्ट में किया था, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, स्टॉक सिलेक्शन जो हमने ब्रह्मास्त्र में किया, और कल जो हम करेंगे सूत्र ऑफ वेज में, ये पूरे के पूरे ब्लूप्रिंट को ट्रेड कैसे करना है उसे समझने की कोशिश. तो वो होगा सूत्र ऑफ वेज के साथ. ओके, क्या कमेंट है भाई? सर वी वांट टू बी नीतीश कुमार इन शेयर मार्केट लाइक यू. यार नीतीश कुमार से आइडेंटिफाई करो नहीं, मेरा खुद का आइडेंटिटी है. विथ ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट प्लीज. ओके, सो निफ्टी 15 minutes chart and GPS path is possibly this way, and basis of price action take positions accordingly. Okay, and this is going to be a very simple way of trading. This is how wave theory helps you. This is how it works. हमारा लाइव ट्रेडिंग सेशन था लाइव ट्रेडिंग सेशन था मेंटीज के साथ में, वेयर वी वर एक्सपेक्टिंग 25,840 टू बी टेकन आउट फॉर अस टू टर्न शॉर्ट टर्म बुलिश, लेकिन 830 तक गया, ऊपर नहीं गया, सो वी क्रिएटेड स्ट्रैंगल। ऑनेस्टली आई एम गोइंग टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, हमने स्ट्रैंगल बनाया फार अवे स्ट्राइक का, कॉल भी बेचा और पुट भी बेचा। ओके, यहाँ का नहीं था। पुट बेचने के बाद जब ये पुल बैक आया ना, और बाद में जब रिवर्सल हुआ, दैट्स द टाइम यू हैव टू एग्जिट इट। एंड यू नो व्हाट हैपेंड विथ मी? आर यू फॉलोइंग मी ऑन, आर यू फॉलोइंग मी ऑन the Twitter? HDFC Securities went down. It was crazy, and but I still managed to end up positive. Imagine having put short in this kind of a market, but I ended up managing it positive, turning it back to my favor. That's what it takes. That's what experience counts, right? That's where experience counts, is what I would say. And that's where wave theory helps you, because now you can reverse your position and capitalize on the fall. Because that point of time when this happened, I immediately started buying puts very aggressively, because I knew this is diametric, B is down, C is starting, it's not over. Put ko nikala, started buying options aggressively, and converted that position into a profit despite of HDFC Securities being down. That's a chaos. So please never trade in HDFC Securities. The reason I did that is because it's much easier for you to relate your bank account and that, but it's a chaos. I will never be ever using that, and should do something about it, right? That's the risk. I'm going to discuss with my Brahmastra participants how to manage that risk, how you firefight this kind of situations. As a trader, this is what you face in real life. Wow, guys, you know, it's 45 minutes up already. I have another meeting to rush in next 30 minutes. I have to move from here. But I thought it's going to be wonderful. और दोस्तों, जाते जाते एक और चीज, आपने मेरा ऐप डाउनलोड किया है क्या अभी तक? Have you downloaded my app so far? Rashmit Sethi saying, sir, amazing levels, I make money because of you. अच्छा लगता है यार सुन के, क्योंकि होता क्या ना, ट्विटर पे 2 लाइन पढ़ने वाले लोग खाली वो 2 लाइन पढ़ते हैं, आधी इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं उसमें से भी, ये भूल जाते कि मैंने लिखा था ये लेवल ब्रेक होगा तो सेल भी है, वो भूल जाते, बाय वाला पार्ट पिकअप करते और बोलते ये चलता नहीं है. यू नो, दैट्स हाउ इट हैपेंस. So it's crazy on Twitter at times when people pick up half information, do what they want to do, and blame the others and blame the market. यार पाव भगवान से उसको blame नहीं करना है. You have to take responsibility of your actions. You have to take responsibility of your actions. If you do that, it's not going to help me. It's going to help you to make money out of markets, because it is market that moves everyone. It's not us that moves the market. सो ऐप का लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए सबके साथ में दोस्तों. इट्स गोइंग टू बी फैंटास्टिक, बिकॉज ऐप के ऊपर मैंने फ्री मल्टीबैगर रिसर्च रिपोर्ट डाल रखी है. ऐप के ऊपर एक्सक्लूसिव एक वीडियो है, फ्री मटेरियल सेक्शन में जाना है आपको और वहां पर करना है. यूट्यूब पे भी शेयर कर दीजिए. सो ऐप पे डाउनलोड करिए, लिंक है iOS का भी, और एक थम्स अप दीजिए. यूट्यूब पे तो हार्ट दीजिए, लाइक करिए. मजा आएगा तो मुझे भी ऐसे एनर्जी के साथ सिखाने में. और दोस्तों, कल और परसों हमारा त्रिशूल का प्रोग्राम है, विच इज सूत्र ऑफ वेव. सूत्र ऑफ वेव मीन्स सो, बीज बोना. ये तो मैंने आपको खाली एग्जाम्पल बताया, कैसे एप्लीकेशन बताया, कैसे यूज करना है. Do you want to be, are you all ready with this part of Sutra of Waves? You want to be learning this science? I'm taking a very quick poll just to understand how many of you are here with me for Sutra of Waves. तो पता तो चले कितने लोग आ रहे. मैं इतनी मेहनत करके प्रिपेयर होके आऊं और मालूम चला आप लोग नहीं हो. इट्स अ पेड प्रोग्राम बाय द वे. सो आई एम जस्ट सर्चिंग फॉर द poll here. Okay, would you like to be a part of Sutra of Waves, which is happening on 5th and 6th October morning 10 to 4? एंड इसके साथ में आपको लिंक्स भी दी जाएगी, वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग्स भी दी जाएगी, so that you can go through it again later on, and you can post your charts also on the traders forum. You can do that, and it's going to be lovely interacting with you all, explaining you this science in much detailed fashion, the way I am seeing the chart here right now. And the level is 25,361, by the way, if someone wants to know when do I turn bullish again. 25,361 उसके ऊपर. It's not free. मिस्टर गुप्ता, आपको लिंक मिल जाएगी, लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए, आपका नंबर ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, माय कलीग विल हेल्प यू अप विथ एवरीथिंग। सूत्रा ऑफ वेव्स के बारे में कैसे करना है, त्रिशूल नहीं, सूत्रा ऑफ वेव्स की डिटेल्स दीजिए उन्हें प्लीज, share the details with Sutra Waves, and then they can be a part of it. It's fantastic, guys. Any questions? Was it interesting? We discussed क्या क्या क्लियर कर लिया हमने अभी, मालूम है आपको? We discussed about India China. We've started with that. We discussed about price action, which is simple 3 candlestick rule. We discussed about wave theory, why you have to be prepared to be open for accepting a change. We discussed about no divergence on RSI, on daily chart. On weekly there is one. We discussed about how you can look at the bigger wave pattern combined with the 15-minute chart. We talked about the gain level of 25,361, and we talked about where to initiate a trade. We also talked about how to convert this position into a triangle, how you can make money even if you go wrong. And I talked about how I managed to survive after the HDFC securities went down. इतनी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन 45 मिनट्स में दिए मैंने आपको। सोचिए, अगर आप मेरे साथ 12 घंटे हैं तो कितना कुछ सीखने मिलेगा। नाउ इट्स अप टू यू। ओके, सो यू कैन शेयर द लिंक इफ यू आर वांट, यू कैन आल्सो पे इन EMI। अगर आपको पे करना है, लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए प्लीज। यू कैन पे दी टोकन अमाउंट, बट यू हैव टू देन रजिस्टर बिफोर 9 AM टुमारो, सो दैट we have few more seats left. I think, I'm not too sure, few more seats left, so you can be a part of it. Producers, आप check कर लीजिए, if we are already full then please don't share it. If we have more room left right now, few more seats left, then please share it across. We take limited so that I can answer everyone's question tomorrow. Okay, Nikunji saying amazing webinar today, in depth market view at jet speed. Thanks for that. एंड फाइनल टारगेट ऑफ निफ्टी अक्टूबर एंड अभी नहीं, कल परसों डिस्कस करेंगे ना इसके बारे में डिटेल में। गोल्ड के बारे में बात करेंगे, क्रूड के बारे में बात करेंगे, चाइना के वेव काउंट देखेंगे, चाइना में क्यू एंडिंग डायगोनल कंप्लीट हुआ है वो देखेंगे। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मालूम है क्या करेंगे 2 दिन, थर्ड वेव वाले स्टॉक को कैसे ट्रेड करना है, क्योंकि पैसा तो वहीं बनेगा। थर्ड वेव में पैसा बनाना है तो थर्ड वेव में बनेगा, सो वहां पर बात करेंगे। Okay, I am Trishul Kamisethi. Oh, fantastic, guys. Chaliye, thank you very much. I'm already late. I have to rush for another meeting. It's a marathon for me, trading, CNBC, webinars, another meeting lined up, but I love what I do. And I enjoy only because you people are there with me. अगर आप लोग नहीं होते तो यार सामने वॉल से बात करने में थोड़ी मजा आता है, and your interaction gives me that energy. Thank you very much. Ashish Kyal signing off. See you tomorrow morning and day after. Do not forget to be a part of this wonderful learning experience. And Bramhastra participants, stay tight. It's going to be a roller coaster ride for you along with me. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to drag you to the profitable once you become the profitable one, because my success is lying in your success. That's what I aim for. That's what I crave for, you know, not for trading. I crave for, I'm able to create traders so that I can proudly say I have created successful traders. Thank you very much. I'm signing off.